Hey y'all, Jen Hernandez, Loan with Jen. So today we're talking about the Biden home loan tax credit of $15,000 that everyone has been talking about. It is not final and it's not even proposed that way as of right now. So stay tuned, you want to hear this. Okay, we're back. All right, so be sure before we get started, like, share, and subscribe. We release 2 videos a week to help you with the very forefront advice and tips when buying a home. Okay, so the proposed $15,000 Biden home purchase, first-time home buyer tax credit is not approved. Now, recently, on April 14th, there came out and was released, the House of Representatives have written something that they are proposing, and it's actually very different from what people might think that it is. So it's very important that people know what it is and maybe what it isn't. So a couple of things we can tell you is, number one, nothing has been passed, okay? So years ago in 2008, Bush had pushed through the Housing Economic Recovery Act of 2008, and so that went all the way through 2010. And you might remember that it was anywhere from $7,500 to $8,000 that people could get, and it was a credit at the time of you filing your taxes. It wasn't money that you received for the closing. It was like, hey, you buy the house, and then the next time you file your tax return, you're going to get this credit. So what's being proposed currently is actually very different. So what's been proposed as of April 14th of what the House of Representatives is proposing, and remember, the majority of the House of Representatives would need to approve this, and then it would go to the Senate, and the Senate would have to have a majority to approve it, and then of course the President would sign off on it. So it's something that's not going to probably happen quickly, and there might be some revisions to what I'm talking to you about right now. So it's proposing a potential $25,000 up to $25,000 for first-time homeowners. Now there are some limitations that might surprise you a little bit that would be on this money. So number one, the most important to mention is that it has to be a first-generation home owner, meaning that their parents cannot have owned a home. So now this is a little bit limiting, and so it was a big surprise when I read that someone, if their parents have owned a home, that they wouldn't be able to take advantage of this very good credit. They would have to be a first-time homeowner, and also this couple, this household, whoever's in the household, would need to make no more than 120% of the median income. So wherever you live, you can Google and look up median income for a household, and whatever that number is, you can increase it by 20%. I live in Houston, Harris County and surrounding areas, so our median is $52,388. So you would increase that 120%. So our median income for this area is a little bit over $62,000, which means the whole household, all of the income earners in the household, can't make more than the $62,800, and they have to be first-generation homeowners. Now that's getting up to $20,000. The other $5,000 is going to be reserved as an additional stipend that is for supposedly people that fall into what's called a racially depressed or racially oppressed background. So I'm not sure how that's going to be determined. The money would be administered through the state, and it would be available at the time of closing. But again, it's very important to recognize some of the limitations that are being proposed. Bill hasn't passed yet. We'll sure to have more to come once things become more final. Good luck with your home search. Talk to your local lender about how things apply to you. Talk to you soon. Legacy Mutual Mortgage is an equal housing opportunity lender. The opinions expressed here do not reflect those of Legacy Mutual Mortgage.